Capital Community Television, in cooperation with Salem Kaiser Public Schools, presents the CCTV Game of the Week. Tonight's game features the McNary Celtics and the North Salem Vikings. Hello everybody, I'm John Piper. We're at North Salem High School tonight for the final night of the regular season for Valley League boys basketball. Joining me in the telecast tonight, Harv Shabothi. Harv, a lot on the line for the North Salem Vikings tonight.
Absolutely. They have a chance to finish third in the league, John, or they may not get into playoffs at all. They have to win tonight.
For the McNary Celtics, a little bit of a different story. They have the second seed wrapped up, but for fans, they'll get a chance to see SHILOH ROWLAND, the leading scorer in the Valley League.
And I think both of our opinion, John, probably the player of the year.
All right, we're looking forward to a great ball game. Glad you could join us on Capital Community Television. We'll be back right after this message. Support for tonight's program is provided by Papa John's Pizza. Papa John's, now with 2 convenient locations in Salem. Glad you could join us on Capital Community Television. John Piper along with Harv Shabothi. Once again, we're at North Salem High School, final night of the regular season for the Valley League boys. And a good ball game tonight, Harv, with McNary and North Salem. Good rivals here in the Valley League.
Very much so. In fact, I was just looking at the records since Larry Garr's been at McNary. These teams have met 29 times. McNary has come out on top in 15, North Salem in 14. So it couldn't be much more even between these two ball teams.
Starting for McNary, Brian Zielinski, Luke Hess, Matt Taylor, SHILOH ROWLAND, and Ryan Medford. North Salem, Sean Lake, Jeff Williams, Jeff Ochin, Adam Alexander, and Jason Gaffke. And McNary in the blue uniforms controlling the opening tip.
I'll expect McNary to try to control the tempo of this. North Salem probably would like it to go a little more up-tempo.
First turnover of the ball game as the Celtics trying to get the ball inside to SHILOH ROWLAND, and Harv, I think he is the top contender, or one of the top contenders for Valley League Player of the Year. Certainly an outstanding senior season.
Oh, absolutely. You could make an argument, I suppose, for Michael Kubler perhaps from South, but SHILOH has had an excellent campaign.
Inside to Jeff Williams, dumps it off to Ochin, and the Vikings on the scoreboard.
Nice pass that time by Williams as the defense collapsed on him. Found an open Ochin.
Almost stolen. Cross court to Hess, gets it inside to Medford. Nowhere for Medford to go. Over to Zielinski, off the iron. A rebound by Williams.
Real tight zone defense being played by the Vikings to start out the ball game. We talked about this, John. It's a gotta-have game for the Vikings. The Celtics already in the playoffs.
And the Vikings almost lose it. Get it back, traveling the call on Sean Lake.
Nice recovery there by Jason Gaffke to keep the ball alive. But we got the turnover, and here come the Celtics. Sean Lake, only a sophomore, number 15, guarding the junior Zielinski.
Regard
came to this import, John. There's a lot of underclassmen on the floor.
Pass inside to ROWLAND. SHILOH ROWLAND with his first 2 points of the night. And the thing that impresses me so much about ROWLAND is the way he uses the backboard.
Yeah, he's a classic ball player from the old school.
Blocking foul will go against Zielinski. A little bit too tight on Sean Lake, and you have to give a lot of credit to these North Salem Vikings. They're in a playoff position here. A lot of people thought after losing almost their entire team to graduation that they'd have a tough year, but they have really done a nice job.
Well, they really have. They've kind of hung around all season long, just a game or two out, and tonight, like we said in the pregame show, John, they could finish as high as third, depending on what Sprague does. Of course, they have to win.
Sprague Olympians playing at South Salem. Nice pass inside, and another bucket for Jeff Ochin.
Jeff Ochin off to a great start. His teammates finding him.
Five minutes, 42 seconds to go. North Salem with a 2-point lead. ROWLAND again, misses the shot this time.
We're going to call a foul on SHILOH, I believe. Let's see. Yeah, it's a charge.
Rowland picks up his first foul. And when you look at the McNary scoring, really dominated by Shiloh. Rowland with 21.4 points per ball game. Next highest scorer, Ryan Medford at 8.5. So they rely very heavily on Rowland.
Well, the rest of the cast is all underclassmen. Well, Matt Taylor does start, another senior, but a lot of juniors in this starting lineup.
Stolen by Zelensky. Zelensky takes it all away. We're tied, 5 minutes, 11 seconds to go. North Salem 4, McNary 4. You're watching the game of the week on Capital Community Television in Salem.
Ryan Gaffney, big night on Tuesday.
Off the iron, rebound by Rowland as Gaffney misses the shot.
He had 32 points against Lebanon. Misses his first opportunity here.
S tries to get it inside, and that's just too tough a pass with that zone defense.
Absolutely. Luke, another senior. I said there was only one senior on the floor for McNary. Obviously, got to add Luke Hess to that, too.
Sean Lake is going to pick up the foul.
A little bit too aggressive for the referees.
North Salem going with the headband look tonight.
It's become the in thing. Credit to Portland Trailblazers for perhaps starting the trend here locally. And you see it too with a lot of the younger kids too, John.
Ball knocked away by Ochin. It will stay with McNary. Rowland almost loses the basketball. Back out to Taylor. To Zelensky on top. They'll set up the offense. Zelensky for three.
Ooh, dings that one home. Nice shot, Brian Zelensky. He's got 5 points now, John.
3-point lead for the McNary Celtics. 4 minutes to go, first quarter. McNary 7, North Salem 4.
Sean Lake handling the point. Just a sophomore. Good aggressive man by McNary.
McNary foul, and it may be against Rowland again.
Maybe too aggressive. It is Shiloh Rowland, and that could be a factor, John. That's two, you're right.
Ochin misses the shot, rebound by Rowland. And Rowland throws it away.
Adam Alexander with the steal.
And Jeff Williams with the basket. Careless pass there, and the turnover gives North Salem the basket.
Larry Garr obviously doesn't like that. Larry Garr very much into a control offense.
Medford with the jumper off the mark.
Nice rebound.
Rowland with the ball, too strong.
Again, and a rebound by Medford this time. Taylor
Medford
on the first one.
Unable to convert. A couple of opportunities there for McNary.
Well, not what you like to see if you're McNary, John. Good opportunities, too.
The big concern, though, 2 fouls on Shiloh Rowland, and there's Ochin. Loses the basketball. And Shiloh Rowland is going to have to go to the bench. In comes number 44 for McNary is Zach Lent, a sophomore.
Got a new, we've got Jed Lowry's coming in. He's going to run the point. A lot of people here at North like this young man. He's also a sophomore along with Sean Lake. Sean starts a lot, but Lowry's been getting more playing minutes lately.
Pass inside to Lent. And Zach Lent, an outstanding sophomore, caught the pass, put it up off the glass with the left hand. 3-point lead again for the McNary Celtics. 2 minutes, 24 seconds to go. First half, McNary 9, North Salem 6. And Gaffney with the fadeaway, misses everything.
But there's Ochin, nice hustle play.
Williams.
Oh.
Jeff Williams
Tough
coming
shot.
up big tonight for the Vikings.
Tough shot by Jeff Williams. And a turnover, John.
McNary Celtics having some problems with the North Salem zone defense. 1 point ball game, 1 minute 54 seconds to go.
And let's watch Mr. Lowry run the point.
Ochin for three.
He's got it.
Jeff Ochin.
7 points for Jeff.
McNary looking to someone who can score on this team with Rowland on the bench. They've got a big problem. Taylor dumps it to Medford.
There's the answer.
Tie ball game, 1 minute 7 seconds to go, first quarter. Gaffke strong to the basket.
Jason Gaffke.
Lent loses the basketball. Inside to Gaffke, little turnaround hook shot will not stay. Rebound by Williams, and he is hacked by Taylor.
Taylor can't believe it. I can. Here's the play right here, John.
Not sure whether he got him or not, Art, but it sure looked like it, and that's the kind of foul the referee's going to call every time.
Yeah.
Jeff Williams at the free throw line. Vikings with a 2-point lead, 35 seconds to go, first quarter.
All right, we got 4 points so far for Williams. Doesn't get his fifth.
Into the ball game for McNary, number 42, David Zarodnik.
Zarodnik getting an early look tonight.
And back in the ball game for North Salem is Sean Lake. There's a good look at Jeff Williams. Got some playing time last year on the varsity, but it was primarily a senior team last year.
It really was, John. Ooh.
Williams unable to convert the free throws. And also in for McNary, number 24, is Trevor Cross.
Fine looking sophomore. We saw him earlier this season.
Inside to Lent, blocked by Ochin. Cross gets it back, takes it up strong, and he's fouled. He'll go to the line.
Nice drive that time by Trevor Cross. Excellent rebound.
You talked about Trevor Cross, one of the outstanding young players in the league. South Salem with 3 outstanding sophomores on their team.
Yeah. That's the thing about it that's impressive about both the first and second place teams in the league. A lot of underclassmen. It's true they depend a lot on their seniors, but they have some sophomores and juniors on both ball teams that look very, very good.
One more shot for Trevor Cross. 1 for 2 makes it a 1-point ball game. 11 seconds for the Vikings to get up the final shot of the first quarter. Ball goes off of Williams, out of bounds.
Well, the Celtics will have 4 seconds, John. Long ways to travel with the basketball, but at 4 seconds they'll get a shot up.
Zelensky with the basketball.
No, they won't if it's intercepted.
Intercepted by Gaffke. Our score after 1 quarter, North Salem 13 and McNary 12. Outstanding ball game, final night of the regular season for the Valley League boys, and North Salem with a lot at stake here. McNary, although they've clinched that spot, let's take a look at our standings. South Salem clinched the number 1 spot at 16-1, followed by McNary at 13-4, and there's Sprague at 11-6, has to play South Salem tonight. North Salem and South Albany tied at 10-7, followed by Corvallis and Crescent Valley. McKay at 6-11, West Albany at 2-15, and Lebanon at 1-16, and Lebanon's only victory coming over the South Salem Saxons. And how do you explain that one?
Well, it was 3-point shooting from what I understand, and in fact when Lebanon came up against North the other night, their 3-point shooting also looked good.
North Salem with the advantage over Sprague and South Albany. They defeated those teams during the regular season, so they would have the advantage there if we end up with a three-way tie.
Yeah, and it is conceivable, John, although not real conceivable. You could have a situation where North could lose tonight and still make it in. What would have to happen is South Albany would have to lose to West Albany, which isn't real likely.
Gaffke strong off the glass. Rowland back in the ball game. And the pass stolen by Gaffke.
Jason Gaffke playing big so far.
Ochin with a jumper. Jeff Ochin averaging 9.4 points per ball game, lighting it up for the North Salem Vikings tonight. They have a 3-point lead, 7 minutes, 27 seconds to go.
Well, he's got 9 points right now, John, so he's already on the season average, and we're just early in the second quarter.
Probably doesn't want to take a seat on the bench either.
No, I imagine not.
Rowland, beautiful pass, and Zarodnik can't get it to go.
Excellent play by Rowland. Zarodnik had a great look. Rolled in and out.
Rowland is going to have to be careful with 2 fouls already. Rowland knocks the ball away from Gaffke.
I don't think I call that being careful, John. That was an aggressive play.
We watched Rowland play against McKay several weeks ago, an outstanding defensive performance, as well as I think he had 26 points in that ball game to lead the Celtics.
Yeah.
And Matt Taylor back in for McNary. Lowry off the iron, rebounded by Gaffke, knocked away by Lent, but he'll pick up the foul.
Coming into the lineup, John, for North Salem, we should mention Ricky Dominguez has just come in, number 35. He's instant offense for this team, averaging in double figures, but making his first appearance tonight.
Dominguez averaging 12.3 points per ball game with 24 3-point shots so far this year.
Excellent offensive ball player, and he touches it for the first time.
Lowry open for 3.
The North fans love this kid, John.
A 6-point margin for North Salem. 6 minutes, 32 seconds to go. North Salem 18 and McNary 12. Rowland with the jumper, too strong. And fight for the rebound. It's going to go to North Salem as it went off Trevor Cross.
Good effort by Trevor to try to keep the ball alive, but couldn't reach quite that far.
20-second timeout for McNary. 6 minutes, 11 seconds to go. Our score, North Salem 18 and McNary 12. Coming into the ball game for North Salem will be number 53. Is Joe Wells. He's a sophomore, 6'8" post player.
Well,
and
that's the third sophomore in this lineup now, John, with Lowry, Lake, Wells. A lot of young players here for North.
As we mentioned, the final night of the regular season for the Valley League boys. And unfortunately, CCTV won't be televising any playoff games this year because of the situation with the Oregon School Activities Association. We have had some conversations with the OSAA, and hopefully that can be resolved, but probably not in time for the playoffs this year.
No, we'd have to get that resolved almost over the weekend, John. I'm afraid that's not going to happen.
6-point margin for North Salem. Williams will come up short, rebounded by Medford, outlet to Zelensky.
Good transition by the Celtics. A nice recovery by North Salem.
Rowland strong to the basket, dumps it off to Medford. Count the basket, he's fouled, and he'll go to the line. And credit Shiloh Rowland for a nice play.
Oh, it was a beautiful pass. And Ryan Medford been very steady so far this season with that kind of post play, and that was a great, good example of what Ryan's provided all year for the Celtics.
Coming into the ball game for North Salem, number 45 is Corey Bowman, 6'5" senior, and at the line, Ryan Medford.
Medford only a junior. He'll be back next year. He and Lent, 6'5", 6'6". Strong post next year for McNary.
Medford with the free throw makes it a 3-point ball game. 5 minutes, 29 seconds to go. North Salem 18, McNary 15. Inside to Williams. Williams with a little fadeaway.
Nice play by Williams. Good pass inside by Jed Lowry.
Zelensky dishes to Medford. He uses all of the rim to get that one to go down.
Well, he's steady. That's the one thing you can say about Mr. Medford. Get him the ball down low, he's steady.
Dominguez fouled, and he'll go to the line for 2 shots. Dominguez kind of with that slingshot shot.
Yeah.
Not your classic jump shot form.
No, it's not, but he has been effective, as you say, John. Awful lot of 3-pointers this year.
Dominguez with one more free throw. Chance to give the Vikings a 5-point lead with 4 minutes, 50 seconds to go. Comes up a little short. Medford, good block out there, gets the rebound. Zarodnik.
Trevor Cross, Trevor Cross.
Trevor Cross. Excuse me.
I used to coach Trevor. That's why I'm a little partial when he shoots. I noticed when 24 puts the ball up. He just got beat.
Jed Lowry with the basket for the Vikings.
Jed Lowry's impressive, John. I like that young sophomore. He's got 5 points, and he has got beat by Cross.
Trevor Cross charged with the offensive foul.
Well, Jeff Williams was camped there, and Trevor got by his man, but unfortunately ran over Williams.
Back in the ball game for McNary, Zach Lent, number 44, and also Lou Kess and Coach Larry Garr giving Shiloh Rowland a breather here. I'm sure he's concerned about that foul situation, as Rowland picked up a couple of fouls in the first quarter.
Yeah, we still got 4 minutes left here in the second quarter. I think he'll probably leave them out just a bit longer, as long as they can remain in contact with the Vikings.
Dominguez will not stay. Rebound by Lent. Ahead to Medford. Medford is fouled. He'll go to the line. Yeah, let's see. Maybe he won't go to the line.
Let's see. Foul, I believe, is on Williams, but let's see. No, it's Alexander with
Adam
the foul.
Alexander with the foul. Only the 4th team foul for North Salem. McNary already with 7, and 2 of those belonging to Shiloh Rowland.
Yep.
Rowland coming back in the ball game. And Ryan Medford gets a break, and a good round of applause from the McNary fans for Medford.
Well, it's been a great effort by Medford so far tonight. As we said, he's been steady all night long, all season long for the Celtics.
Zelensky should have taken that jumper.
It was there.
McNary very patient, passing the ball around the perimeter.
Well, that's McNary's style.
Lucas, tough shot, is not going to go.
Why? Everybody looking for a call there. Didn't happen. Oh, look at Dominguez.
Dominguez off the front iron, rebounded by Matt Taylor. Gets it out to Zelensky. Zelensky to Rowland.
Oh,
No basket.
Wave it off.
And the foul is going to be on number 45 is Corey Bowman. Ryan Medford back in.
And Lent is out, so we're almost back to the starting lineup now for the Celtics. In fact, it is.
Fifth team foul on the North Salem Vikings. 2 minutes 55 seconds to go. North Salem 23 and McNary 19.
And Chuck Robinson responds with his starting lineup.
Rowland from the free throw line off the back iron.
Ooh, Ochin, nice rebound.
Slow start so far for Shiloh Rowland. And a turnover for the Vikings as Lake throws it away.
Mr. Lake's not going to stay on the floor too long after that pass, John.
Coming back into the ball game, replacing Sean Lake, is Jed Lowry. Inside to Rowland.
Count it.
Count the basket. What a shot by Shiloh Rowland. And again, the ability to make the adjustment and use the glass.
Well, he hasn't scored much tonight, John, but here we have his second field goal of the evening. Nice play. Great body control.
And what a great job by our CCTV crew here tonight. Our director tonight, Mr. Ken Hook.
You better get that Mr. right. Although I thought I heard you call him Captain earlier.
Captain Hook, that's what we call him in private, Harv.
Oh, okay.
It's supposed to be a secret.
Okay.
Zelensky gets a hand on it, but he is called for the foul. Coach Larry Garr not pleased with that call. And back in the ball game is number 44, Zach Lent. Foul is the second on Zelensky. And that will send Ochin to the free throw line.
Bonus situation for the Vikings.
Gafke, huge rebound, loses a basketball. And it will be McNary ball. The Vikings calling for the ball going off of a McNary Celtic.
All five Vikings calling for it, but the two referees think otherwise.
A 2-point ball game, 2 minutes 7 seconds to go. North Salem on top.
Well, McNary's going to be content taking care of the ball now, John, I think, with Shiloh out of there. They're going to make sure they have a good look before the ball goes up.
Matt Taylor misses the shot, and the ball comes down to Alexander. Vikings doing a good job there closing the lane.
Yeah, they did. And Lent gets the foul. Post beginning to pick up the fouls now for McNary.
Second foul on Lent. Rowland with 2, also Zelensky with 2, and that'll send Jeff Williams back to the free throw line.
Fortunately for McNary, there's only a minute and a half left here in this first half, the way they're picking up the fouls right now.
Interesting move here. Larry Garr is going to send Shiloh Rowland back in the ball game.
Well, for offensive purposes, I think he's going to try to get a basket down at the other end.
And I'm sure he told Shiloh no more fouls. Williams with the first free throw, 3-point margin for the North Salem Vikings.
Jeff Williams has 7 points tonight.
Make it 8, a 4-point margin, 1 minute 32 seconds to go. North Salem 25 and McNary 21.
Turnover.
North Salem comes up with it. Alexander on the run, misses the shot, rebounded by Taylor. Long pass ahead to Rowland. What a great move by Shiloh Rowland. That has got to go on the highlight film.
And that brings McNary within 2. Turnover.
Lowry will pick up the foul as he was falling down.
Out of control.
And that was the 7th team foul for North Salem, so 1-on-1 opportunity for Brian Zielinski.
First foul on Lowry.
Coach Larry Garr is going to get Shiloh Rowland out of the ball game and bring back Zach Lent.
Yeah.
So Rowland, with those 2 quick fouls, managed to play the rest of the first half without committing another.
Well, that's important. Larry Garr trying to put some defense on the floor now. Trevor Cross about ready to come back in.
One more shot for Zielinski. Chance to tie the ball game. And he does. Trevor Cross coming in for Lucas. 58 seconds to go in the first half. Our score, North Salem 25 and McNary 25. And I think we both expected a pretty close ball game tonight. Lowry all the way, misses a shot. Rebound by Taylor rather.
And Chuck Robinson not happy with the play of the other point guard. We're going to see Lake come in. Lowry rushed that one. Not a need to put the ball up that soon.
Matt Taylor gets it to Zach Lent. I am so impressed with Zach Lent, Harv.
Well, I have been too, John. Again, just a sophomore. And he's called for a push, and that'll be 3 on Lent.
Coach Larry Garr not pleased with that call. Back into the ball game. We'll have to wait just a minute to come in. Sean Lake. And back at the line is Jeff Williams, but 3 fouls on Lent. There you saw the nice play by Lent.
Yeah. Down at the other end, though, he picks up the foul.
Coming back in the ball game for McNary, Shiloh Rowland, and also Brian Zielinski.
Yeah, he's Coach Garr is taking those 2 out when the Cells play defense, John, so they don't pick up their 3rd foul, and he immediately inserts them when the Celtics have the ball going the other way.
Williams with a chance to tie our ball game. 10 seconds to go, first half.
He does.
We are tied, 27 apiece. And into the ball game for North Salem, number 53 is Joe Wells.
Nine seconds, 1 opportunity for the Celts.
Zielinski with the basketball is going to take it all away, misses the shot. And at the end of the first half, our score, we're all tied up. North Salem 27 and McNary 27. Outstanding ball game. North Salem had a 1-point lead at the end of the first quarter, but both teams coming out with 27 points in the first half. And a pretty well played ball game, Harv.
Very much so, John. All kinds of playoff implications. Both teams want to go into the playoffs with a fine win tonight, and both look like they're trying to earn their way in.
We'll be back right after this message from our sponsor. Support for tonight's program was provided by Papa John's Pizza. Papa John's now with 2 convenient Salem locations. We're back at North Salem High School. John Piper along with Harv Shabothi and the rest of our CCTV crew. Our halftime score, we're all tied up, Harv, 27 apiece, North Salem and McNary. Let's take a look at some of our first half statistics.
Well, real quickly, scoring, John. Jeff Williams leads the way for North Salem with 10. Jeff Ochin has 9. We got 5 for Jed Lowry, a point for Ricky Dominguez, and 2 for Jason Dafke. On the McNary side, we kind of expect this, led by Shiloh Rowland's 8 points. Brian Medford right there with 7. 5 for Zielinski, 4 for Lent, and 3 for Trevor Cross. The news on the McNary side, we've got 3 players with 2 fouls. Zielinski, Rowland, and Zach Lent actually has 3.
We expected a close ball game. The first time these teams met in January, McNary coming out on top 45-42. Very evenly matched teams. And as we've discussed, very important ball game for North Salem in terms of the playoff situation, with an opportunity for either the third or the fourth seed, depending on what happens elsewhere in the Valley League tonight. For McNary, second seed locked up, but we know Larry Garr does not like to lose a ball game.
Well, and you do. You want to enter the playoffs on a high note, and a win here would be impressive, because this is playoff atmosphere, no question about it.
Rowland will use the glass, can't get it to go this time.
Nice
rebound by Medford. Medford takes it to the rack, and the McNary Celtics with a 2-point lead with 7 minutes 42 seconds to go in the third quarter.
Steady play again. Ryan Medford, nice rebound. Gets to.
Almost a foul on Rowland. Alexander misses a shot this time. Rowland is going to pick it up, and that's his third foul.
Well, Shiloh doesn't back off, John.
North Salem basketball.
Let's see if they try to go down to Williams. They do, but Hess intercepts.
Luke Hess comes up with the steal for the McNary Celtics. Zelensky for three.
Got it.
Nice job by Rowland, sending the ball back out to a wide open Zelensky.
His second three-pointer of the evening.
The Vikings going inside to Jeff Williams.
Here's the call.
Matt Taylor, I think, is going to pick up the foul.
That's second on Matt.
Second foul, and there it is right there. 2 shots for Williams back at the free throw line. 5-point lead for the McNary Celtics.
Ooh, Williams can't get it to go down. He's got 10 points, 4 from the line.
Salem 27, Sprague 29 at half.
One more shot for Williams. One for two, a 4-point ball game. 6 minutes 54 seconds to go. McNary 32 and North Salem 28. The pass to Rowland.
Shiloh Rowland, double digits now.
And again, Rowland in close, uses the backboard. Williams with a turnaround, can't get it to go, gets his own rebound. Blocked by Rowland. And the ball goes out of bounds to McNary, and Shiloh does not back down, but with 3 fouls, he has got to be careful.
Yes, he does.
And a tough matchup for him tonight.
The problem is the other big man that they would normally put in would be Lant, and he has 3.
Rowland from outside off the iron. And that's perhaps one area where Shiloh is not that strong on the 3-point shooting.
Rowland now on Gaffkey. They have made a defensive switch. Ryan Medford has Williams.
Ochin left open for 3, off the iron this time.
Oh my goodness, bad bounce.
North Salem basketball.
Bad break for Matt Taylor.
Coming into the ball game is Zach Lent, number 44, Shiloh Rowland out, and Lent with 3 fouls, as Harv mentioned.
Here's the play. Watch 32 here, right off his fingertips.
Williams from outside off the iron. Lent with the rebound. Ahead to Zielinski.
McNary has quietly opened up a 6-point lead here, John. With their patient style, not good news for the Vikings.
Lobbed inside to Lent. That's
angle.
a tough try. McNary got the rebound. It was Ryan Medford jump ball.
And it's a great call by the referees because there was nothing but ball by Williams. Nice job. Here's the play, John. Land had a real bad angle here. And going up, nice clean block by Williams.
Inside, Gaffke loses the ball. It comes to Williams.
Break for the Vikings.
Lobbed inside to Williams.
Going to be a 3-point play, John.
Matt Taylor will pick up the foul. Jeff Williams with the basket and back to the free throw line.
And not good news for the Celtics as the fouls continue to mount up. 3 now in Taylor.
Coming back in the ball game for McNary, and there you see it.
There it is. Nice 3-point play if he converts the free throw. Jeff Williams.
Shiloh Rowland back in.
Jeff Williams, only a junior, number 21. Got it.
A 3-point ball game, 4 minutes, 20 seconds to go. McNary 34, North Salem 31. You're watching the game of the week on Capital Community Television in Salem.
Wide open Luke Hess.
Zielinski almost loses the basketball. Zielinski for 3. In and out, will not stay.
And it's Lent. That's going to be 4. Where's it Taylor? One of them, it's going to be the 4th foul.
I think the call will go against Zach Lent.
And McNary in big trouble in the post area, John.
Back in the ball game, Ryan Medford as Zach Lent picks up his 4th foul.
Shiloh has 3, Taylor 3, 4 for Zach Lent.
Ball knocked away by Hess. Long pass ahead to Rowland. Blocked. And Rowland gets it right back and puts it in the bucket. But what a great block there. I think that was Gaffke.
Yeah, it was Jason Gaffke.
How about Luke Hess? Hess has been all over the floor defensively for the McNary Celtics, causing the turnover.
Well, they're going to need that play to be stepped up by the guards and the points because their postmen are in trouble. The defense has got to come from up on top, and it was there that time. Luke Hess.
Ball knocked away by Gaffke. Hess gets it back. Dumps it off to Medford. And Medford with the basket.
Ryan Medford 9 points now in a 7-point lead for the Celtics.
2 minutes, 44 seconds to go in the third quarter. McNary 38, North Salem 31. We were tied up at the end of the first half, 27 apiece. The only problem for the McNary Celtics, foul trouble.
Yeah, otherwise offensively they've been playing well. And this one's on Medford.
Second foul on Ryan Medford. Calling it very close there in the paint.
5 fouls now on McNary. We still don't have a whistle blown on the Vikes there in the second half.
Timeout, 2 minutes, 24 seconds to go. Our score, McNary 38, North Salem 31. The foul starting to add up for the McNary Celtics. But what a great start in the third quarter as Zelensky coming out, firing away.
Yeah, Zelensky's been big. Shiloh Rowland with some big plays. Larry Garr, kind of looking at the numbers, the same numbers we are, John. 5 fouls on us and none on them.
And I don't think Larry is content with the explanation.
No. Well, obviously not a good situation. He's ahead by 7 points, but the Vikings closing in on a bonus situation. Here's Shiloh Rowland going up strong. Watch, he misses the first shot. Actually, it's blocked. It's blocked. He comes back strong, though. Gets the roll.
Jason Gaffke almost got both blocks, but Rowland sticking with it, getting the ball up off the glass, kind of dribbles over the rim. And the McNary Celtics once again with a 7-point lead. The North Salem crowd here trying to get the home team into the ball game.
Where the fouls will start working for the Vikings is if they're still down going into the fourth quarter, they'll be in a bonus situation, plus they'll be able to stop the clock every time the whistle blows.
Lowry can't get it to go. Offensive rebound for Williams. Joe Wells misses a shot. And Williams, I think, is going to be called for the foul.
You hold your breath there every time a foul's called down low.
Williams picks up his first personal, and the officials calling it very tight in the paint here.
Very much so. Question is, will the Celtics adjust now?
2 minutes to go, third quarter.
Double team. Should have a man open somewhere.
Shiloh Rowland was wide open under the basket. Ricky Dominguez back in the ball game, number 35 for North Salem.
Got a trap being set up right now.
Lucas can't get it to go. Ball goes out of bounds. And it will go to McNary.
Matt Taylor got his hand on it. Big possession now for the Vikings.
Inside to Williams, fade away, and a rebound for Matt Taylor.
There's a foul on Wells.
Joe Wells will pick up the foul.
Joe's wondering how can that be. Joe must not be watching what the referees are calling tonight, because anything in the paint that's being challenged, that whistle blows.
Only the second team foul on North Salem. McNary already with 5 with 1 minute 21 seconds to go in the third quarter.
Still enjoy that 7-point lead.
The thing about the McNary Celtics, they're such a patient team. They can use up a lot of time. They make very few mistakes.
One of the sound players tonight has been number 50. Ryan Medford has the ball right now. He's got 11 points. Nice pass by Rowland. He's open, Taylor.
Matt Taylor can't get it to go. Medford with the offensive rebound. He'll go to the line, and Matt Taylor, we've watched several games this year, and does an outstanding job on defense and rebounding, but has an awful lot of trouble sinking those short shots.
Yeah, he didn't finish, but we just talked about Ryan Medford. That was an outstanding effort to get the offensive board and draw the foul. Ryan Medford a chance to go to 12 points, 13 points if he makes both, John. Here we go. There's the miss. Now watch Medford coming right down the lane. There he is.
Medford with the first free throw. He'll have one more, a chance to make it a 9-point margin for the McNary Celtics. Medford, a junior on this team.
He's got 12 points, going for number lucky 13, and he's got it.
Inside 1 minute to go, third quarter. McNary 40, North Salem 31. Dominguez, nice move, gets the basket
First field goal tonight by Ricky Dominguez, but boy, he can catch fire. He's a streaky shooter, John.
Dominguez, as we said, had 24 three-pointers coming into tonight's ball game, 4th in the Valley League. Shiloh Rowland dishes it inside to Taylor. Taylor is fouled. He'll go to the line. And we talk a lot about Shiloh Rowland as a scorer, but he's had some outstanding passes tonight.
Yeah, tonight we've seen him in the assist department. A couple of weeks ago at McKay, we watched his defense. Here we go. Shiloh Rowland dishes off. Wide open Matt Taylor.
2 shots for Taylor.
Well, Matt wants this one.
Taylor averaging 3.2 points per ball game. A role player on this team, not expected to score.
Oh, look
Offensive
at Medford.
rebound by Medford. And what in the world are the Vikings doing on that play?
Not too pretty, but we've been talking about Ryan Medford's study play all night, and boy, I tell you, he has been a difference tonight. Here he is, inside position again. Got inside Gaffke. No, I take that back. It wasn't Gaffke. He got inside Corey Bowman.
Medford.
Now Gaffke will come back in the game.
Medford with the first free throw. He'll have one more.
So Ryan Medford going for his 15th point.
Two free throws for Medford. Now a 9-point lead, 14 seconds to go. McNary 42 and North Salem 33. Dominguez with the basketball. Dominguez leaping leaner, too hard off the back iron. Ochin with a rebound, turnaround, will not go. And Ochin almost pulling it off, but the ball will not stay. Our score after 3 quarters, the McNary Celtics 42, the North Salem Vikings 33. We were tied up at 27 apiece at the end of the first half, but Harv, that third quarter dominated by McNary.
Yeah, the only bad news for McNary in that whole quarter, frankly, was their foul situation. But they certainly played a much better offensive ball game than North Salem. North Salem did not come out other than with a game plan of trying to go low to Jeff Williams, but they got a grand total of 2 field goals one from Williams, one from Dominguez, a grand total of 6 points in that quarter.
North Salem must-win situation tonight in terms of the playoffs. And the Sprague Olympians in the same situation. They're taking on league leaders South Salem. And as we heard a halftime score, close ball game there at South Salem High School. The Saxons, the thing that impressed me so much about them this year was their poise down the stretch. I watched them win several ball games that they had been behind and just really put it all together in the last few minutes of the game, including at the free throw line.
Well, it's do or die now. Time for the Vikings now. And let's credit the McNary Celtics defense, John. They're have the second best defense in the league when you start talking about points against. And boy, 6 points to start this half. Oh, we have a foul.
Lowry will be charged for the foul on Shiloh Rowland as Rowland goes down hard. McNary only giving up 46.7 points, and here we see it.
Here's the foul. Well, no question, body contact there. Camera right on top of that play, John. In fact, they're right on top of the camera.
Sean Lake replaces Lowry. Medford with a turnaround. Will not go this time. Rebound by Williams. Dominguez inside to Gaffke. Gaffke can't get it to go. Rowland with the rebound.
And now let's see if the Celtics kind of slowed the ball down now, John. Go to a little bit more of what we expect from Larry Gar's kind of offense.
Trapping defense by the Vikings. Taylor to Rowland. And the foul will go against Williams.
Jeff Williams coming back. Too little, too late. Here's the play. Watch Williams retreat here. He comes from way out of the play. There's Shiloh Rowland going up, and here comes Williams. Mostly ball, but enough body to get the whistle.
Rowland at the free throw line. Coming back in the ball game for North Salem, number 31, Adam Alexander. And Dominguez going out. One more free throw for Shiloh Rowland, leading scorer in the Valley League, averaging over 21 points per ball game. And also the only player in the Valley League to score in double figures in all 17 league games this year. Zach Lent back in the ball game for McNary, number 44. Alexander will not go. Rebound by Medford. Medford's going to take it all the way, loses a basketball, but Zielinski gets it. Maybe that was a pass.
Well, look for McNary now to take a little time off this clock. Leading by 11, and North Salem in big trouble.
Zach Lent misses the shot. Ochin with the rebound.
Boy, McNary went for the high percentage shot, couldn't convert.
Three-pointer for Jeff Ochin.
Well, that's one way for North Salem to get back in this game quickly.
8-point ball game. Zach Lent. Count the basket. He was fouled. That guy does not look like a sophomore to me.
No, he sure doesn't. That was a fine play by Zach Lent. Here's the replay. You see the foul.
Back in the ball game for North Salem, Ricky Dominguez. North Salem needs some offense. Dominguez can do it. But with McNary ahead, and they have a... Oh, and there is Medford again. Called for traveling this time, but how in the world did he get those offensive rebounds?
One more time he had that rebound, John. Boy, if there's a most valuable player tonight, you have to consider number 50 for the Celtics.
Joe Wells, number 53, back in. There it is.
Yeah, nice rebound, great position. Couldn't convert, though.
A 10-point ball game, 6 minutes, 10 seconds to go. McNary on top. Inside to Joe Wells, almost loses it. And
Does
now
lose it.
Turns it over.
And the season slowly starting to wind down here on the Vikings.
Williams intercepts the pass. Gets it to Joe Wells. Nice job by Wells.
Good play by the Vikings.
An uncharacteristic turnover by the McNary Celtics as Taylor's pass was intercepted by Williams.
Yeah, cross-court pass. You never want to throw that.
Sean Lake picks up the foul, and that will send Ryan Medford to the free throw line. Timeout, 5 minutes, 13 seconds to go. Our score, McNary 46 and North Salem 38. And look at the foul situation now, Harv. McNary had those 5 quick fouls in the third quarter. Now North Salem with 9 team fouls. As they're playing from behind, they have to foul.
Yeah, any way they can. Here's the steal by Jeff Williams. Cross-court pass. He's going to lay it off for 53. Wells coming in the corner of your screen. Here he is. Nice lay-in, good body control. Excellent play by the Vikings. Got him within 8.
And look at Luke Hess there. He's not going to give up that shot.
No, he contested it all the way down.
But we mentioned the outstanding play of Shiloh Rowland, Zach Lent, and Ryan Medford. But also, when you look at this McNary team, they have players who are willing to play the defense, willing to do the rebounding, to do the dirty work. And all
Taylor,
around,
huh?
Matt Taylor is that kind of guy. Luke Hess,
Yep.
not a scorer, but Luke has caused several turnovers, come up with several steals tonight.
And then you got Brian Zielinski. If you leave him open, count that 3.
Back to the free throw line, Ryan Medford.
Ryan's had quite a few opportunities there tonight and converted on most.
Medford, a 6'5" junior.
He's got 5 points from the line tonight, 5 out of 6.
Chance to make it a 10-point margin with 5 minutes, 13 seconds to go.
He does.
Medford with both free throws. The Vikings just not able to get over the hump here. Dominguez with the jumper will not stay.
Good rebound by Wells.
Joe Wells comes up with it. Going to have to send it back out to Ochin.
Ochin's the man.
Ochin with the jumper, an 8-point margin, 4 minutes, 49 seconds to go. McNary 48, North Salem 40. Final game of the regular season in the Valley League.
Final game for the Vikings unless they turn it around, but a turnover.
Rowland turns it over. He's called for traveling. And a chance for North Salem to cut into that 8-point lead.
Big possession now. They'd like to get the momentum going their way, and it's beginning to feel like it might.
Williams gets it back out to Lake for 3. Off the iron, Ochin with a rebound. And
what a game by Ochin.
Ochin is fouled. He'll go to the line.
Jeff Ochin, John's come to play tonight. Here he is. Watch this rebound. Beautiful job. Gets the ball up, draws a foul.
Lucas charged with a foul. That's his first, and there's not much Luke can do on that one.
No. Jeff Ochin, ooh, misses the shot.
Coming back in the ball game for North Salem, number 31, Adam Alexander. The Vikings have got to make their free throws.
Every point's crucial.
Ochin misses them both. And McNary comes up with a basketball. Zelensky able to get the ball in the corner. McNary content to run time off the clock. The Vikings having to spend a lot of energy just trying to get the basketball. Almost a steal, ball on the floor. Alexander comes up with it.
That's the problem, John. When you try to take the air out of it, you have to show some offense or you're going to turn it over.
Wells can't get it to go. Rebound by Rowland.
But North can convert for the second time. You can't pass up those opportunities, John.
And even though McNary turned it over last time, they used up more than a minute of clock.
There he is. Ooh, missed Rowland.
Down to 2 minutes, 44 seconds to go. 8-point margin for McNary. They have the basketball. They're not going to give it up.
They're going to call a foul. Chuck Robinson is telling his team to foul intentionally now, trying to stop the clock.
And I don't think I'd foul Shiloh Rowland. I'd pick on somebody else.
Yeah.
20-second timeout. Our score with 2 minutes, 36 seconds to go. McNary 48, North Salem 40. Final game of the regular season. And while we have this opportunity, we'd like to thank all of the athletic directors and the basketball coaches for the Salem Kaiser High Schools. Both the boys and the girls were at North Salem tonight. Outstanding place for a basketball game, but we've had a great season this year. Lots of outstanding players in this league and some very fine coaches as well.
Well, John, the only thing you would have hoped for tonight in terms of a North Salem victory would have been 4 Salem teams representing the Valley League. Still could happen. South Albany, of course, has to win at their end, but South Albany, we saw last week against Sprague, a very important win.
At the free throw line, Shiloh Rowland.
Big free throws, he gets the first.
Back into the ball game for North Salem, number 43, Jason Gaffke.
Shiloh makes this, it becomes a 4-possession game. And that might be too big of a hill to overcome for the Celtics.
Shiloh Rowland with 2 free throws. The Vikings had better foul somebody else.
Yeah. Well, they got to score quickly, John. They haven't scored a lot here in the second half, and they got to score quickly. A lot of time being spent, a lot of energy.
Dominguez loses the ball. Zelensky comes up with it. Zelensky all the way. And the foul goes against Dominguez. And I don't know about that one.
Here's Brian Zelensky. Scores the point. He's going to have a chance for the free throw. Here's the play at the other end. North Salem taking far too much time. Turn it over. Let's see if he can. Here's the very end of the play. Ooh, very close. Hard to see the contact.
Into the ball game for North Salem, Jose Garibay. And at the line, Brian Zelensky. Zelensky comes up short, Rowland with the rebound. North Salem has lost a lot of rebounds there at the foul line.
And they got a foul, and they got to foul quickly.
There's the man to foul, Luke Hess. Hess primarily a defensive player for the McNary Celtics. We'll see if Luke can step up and sink the free throws. A 12-point lead, 1 minute 59 seconds to go. McNary 52 and North Salem 40.
Well, if he makes 1 out of 2, John, all of a sudden it becomes a 5-possession game, almost impossible to pull off with less than 2 minutes to go.
We should never count out Luke Hess. We watched him as a football player the last couple of years. Played quarterback for the Celtics this year after being a running back the prior year, and sinks 2 free throws.
His first 2 points in the ball game, but John, they don't get much bigger than that. Again, far too much time by the Vikings.
Shot comes out to Zelensky. Over to Matt Taylor, blocked by Ochin, but Taylor will go to the line.
That may be it for Ochin. It is 5 fouls on Ochin.
Ochin has certainly given it his all tonight.
Here's the play. Ochin coming from behind. Ooh, a lot of ball there, John.
Great job again by our CCTV crew. 2 shots for Matt Taylor.
Well, Jeff Ochin finishes with 14 points tonight for the Vikings.
A lot of long faces on the North Salem Viking fans here tonight.
I think they're racing for their transistors, hoping for a miracle down in Albany. Probably won't happen for them.
Matt Taylor gets 1 of 2.
Vikings came into tonight controlling their own destiny.
Alexander with the jumper, gets it to go.
A little bit late, but Alexander's finally on the board.
Taylor takes it up strong, but he was fouled.
Well, it does stop the clock, but
and unfortunately we don't know what's happening elsewhere in the Valley League. South Salem and Sprague playing tonight, and also South Albany and West Albany.
Here's Matt Taylor.
But the North Salem Vikings are going to lose this ball game. McNary Celtics coming in here, the second seed already sewn up, but they played like they had everything on the line tonight.
Well, that's what's impressive, John, is they played a team that had to win on the other team's floor, and they played a good, strong ball game. Excellent defensive ball game. Only 42 points on the board right now for the Vikings.
Into the ball game for McNary, David Zarodnik. Williams for three, off the mark. And McNary again content just to burn time on the clock. 45 seconds to go. The foul will go against Garibay, and Zelensky will go back to the free throw line. But what an impressive performance by the McNary Celtics tonight. They got in some early foul trouble. They adjusted. Larry Garr shuffled players in and out.
Yeah, and the key, John, on the defensive end, they've only given up 15 points here in this second half.
Zelensky with the first free throw.
They have outscored the Celtics, or Celtics have outscored the Vikings 30-15.
Trevor Cross into the ball game for McNary, along with number 22, Jamie Resnick. Zelensky comes up short. Williams with the rebound. Ball knocked away by Zelensky. And Zelensky to Zach Lent.
Nice play.
It's been that kind of night for the North Salem Vikings. Cross goes up high for the rebound.
And the wheels have come off for the Vikings.
Ball stolen by Alexander, but he can't get it to go. Foul by Alexander will send Zelensky back to the free throw line. The McNary Celtics, an impressive performance here tonight.
Well, they got to feel good coming off this performance going into the ball game that they'll play, I believe, Saturday night, John. Is that correct? I believe so. I believe they play Saturday.
We'll have to check that out, but I think that is the case. They're the second seed, so they would have to win one game in the sub-tournament in order to get to the Coliseum. Two more free throws for Zelensky. And into the ball game for McNary, number 10, Chad Harms. How about the performance by Brian Zelensky tonight?
Well, a lot of decent performances by a number of Celtics. Zelensky, of course, we talked about Ryan Medford all game. Shiloh Rowland, his usual self, scored a lot. Lent came in, offered 8 points. Trevor Cross has added 3. Luke Hess, good steady defensive ball game. A lot of people contributed here for the Celtics tonight.
10 seconds to go, 20-point margin. McNary 62, North Salem 42. Again, our final telecast of the season. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank all of our CCT volunteers for an outstanding job this season. Also, thanks to Harv Shibothi, Janine Gann for joining me, Harry Pease, and also Jeff Sugarman.
And of course, CCTV has got to thank one John Piper.
The ball game is over.
That's it.
Our final score, the McNary Celtics 62, the North Salem Vikings 42. Impressive win for McNary and Harp. As you mentioned, it was an all-around victory for the McNary Celtics.
Yeah, and the key really, John, in the end, again, defense. 15 points they gave up in the second half.
The ball game was tied 27 apiece at the end of the first half, but it was all McNary after halftime. We'll be back with our post-game report right after this message from our sponsor. Support for tonight's program was provided by Papa John's Pizza. Papa John's now with 2 convenient Salem locations. McNary Celtics come to North Salem High School on the final night of the regular season. Take care of the Vikings. Our final score, McNary 62 and North Salem 42. And it really was an all-around team effort for the McNary Celtics. Joining us tonight, Matt Taylor. Matt, a senior on this team, and the McNary Celtics, everybody really contributing tonight.
Yeah, it's a whole team effort, and it's not just one guy. We just all put a hand into the victory.
Start of the ball game, Shiloh Rowland picking up a couple of quick fouls, and that could be trouble. He's your leading scorer, but everybody taking up the slack for the Celtics.
Yeah, they called it really tight, and everybody had to just adjust, and eventually he got into the game and helped us out.
North Salem on their home court should have been an advantage for them. You guys already in the playoffs, but you played as if there was a lot on the line tonight.
Well, for us it was kind of hard to get up because there's nothing on the line for us, but for them it was like do or die, and we came ready to play, and we got the victory.
A lot of important contributions for your young players tonight, especially Zach Lent.
In the first half, he didn't really come ready, but then in the second, he came and brought his A game and helped us out a big deal.
Congratulations. Best of luck in the playoffs.
Thank you.
Let's bring in Brian Zelensky. Brian, a point guard on this team, and as we mentioned, Shiloh Rowland, your leading scorer, getting in foul trouble, but the team really seemed to play well together to make up for that.
Yeah, that was pretty much the objective all season, was to get Shiloh the ball, and he ended up not getting into foul trouble early, and so everyone had to step up their game to get going to make up for that. And it's pretty much all team effort. Everybody had to pick up their roles and get things going for ourselves.
Big ball game also tonight for Ryan Medford, coming up with some huge offensive rebounds and the putbacks.
Yeah, he was, first half no one was really going to the boards, but second half he was going hard, and his hard work paid off. He got some quick, easy points and got to the line a couple times. He did really well.
Ball game tied up 27 apiece at the end of the first half. What was the difference in the second half?
We actually got the attitude that, you know, even though we're in the playoffs, we should end off the season on a good note with momentum, and we decided we were going to come out and play and not just go through the motions.
Shiloh Rowland, just an outstanding ball game as usual tonight.
Oh yeah, he's the man. We try to get him the ball, and he does what he does, and he does it well.
Congratulations, best of luck in the playoffs.
Thank you.
Let's bring in Coach Larry Gard. Larry, congratulations on tonight's ball game coming in. You'd already second seed here, but your guys played like they really had something to win here tonight.
Well, thanks. It's a tough game to get them ready to play. It really was, because we've been fighting all year long, and every game was a key game, and you know, we were just trying to make the playoffs, and we finally clinched the second spot last week when we beat West Albany, and so this game really, whether we win or lose, it didn't mean we were going anywhere different. We're going to be second no matter what. It really was kind of a challenge to get the kids ready to play, and I didn't think they were real sharp in the first half, but we made some adjustments and talked about it a little bit in the second half, and I thought they played more inspired and came out and did a pretty good job in the second half.
Shiloh Rowland in foul trouble early, but Ryan Medford really stepped up tonight, take up some of that slack.
He really did. You know, I think this might have been Ryan's best game in the second half of the season. He's been struggling a little bit, and his confidence level's been down, but the last couple of weeks he's starting to snap out of it, and I was glad to see him have a good game tonight. He really did a good job on it for us. Great job at the point guard position for Brian Zelensky tonight. Really, Brian is. I've been really pleased with him the last half of the season. He's been very, very good for us. Defensively, he's taken the point guards from the other team and really done a fine job with him, like he did tonight. Gets us into the offense, and just his quickness to put some pressure on the defense.
Your young players also contributing tonight.
Yeah, you know, our sophomores are sophomores, and they make a lot of mistakes, and a lot of them are mental mistakes, because the maturity level there for sophomores, it's really tough. It really is, and you know, they come in and they give us a lift now and then, but every once in a while they go brain dead on us, to be honest with you. And tonight, especially in the first half, we had that problem. I thought they did a little better job in the second half for us.
Outstanding defensive job in that second half. You're tied up at 27 at the half. North Salem coming up with 15 points for the rest of the game.
Yeah, I thought our defense got better. You know, and really, to be honest with you, that's what's carried us through the last half of the season. Our defense has continued to get better and better every game, and I think we have 10 out of the last 11 games we've held our opponent to under 50 points. So I think that's the key if we're going to go on and do well in the playoffs.
Also, McNary always seems to be a very patient team, able to hang on to the basketball when you get a lead.
I hope so. We pride ourselves in cutting the turnovers down, and that's another thing that's helped us. Our turnovers have been down. I don't know how many we had tonight, but I know the other night we had 6, and the game before that I think we had 9 or something. So our turnovers are coming down. So
playoffs, you'll have to win 2 games now to get to the tournament this year. You're going to have a home game. Do you know who you'll be playing there?
Not for sure. No, that's still up in the air. It's Oregon City and Milwaukee, and then one of those 2 teams will play Wilson, and we'll play the winner of that game.
Valley League this year, really, I thought, an outstanding year with a lot of teams in the race.
It was really competitive. You know, it's one of those years where I really thought there was going to be multiple playoff possibilities this last week, and the way it turned out, it didn't turn out as I thought it would, but there were so many even teams, you know, from top to bottom. I mean, you look at a team like McKay, who I guess finished 8th in the league. That's a good basketball team. They got some good players, and it was just that competitive.
Final comments on the season for the Celts so far?
Well, we're getting better. We're getting better, and that was our goal at the beginning of the season. I told the kids, you know, we're not really interested in being good in December and January. We want to be a better team at the end of February and March. Well, it's the end of February and March, and I think we're getting better, so I'm happy.
Congratulations. Best of luck in the playoffs.
Thank you very much.
Coach Larry Garr with the McNary Celtics. Let's bring in Harv Shibothi. Harv, I think the McNary Celtics demonstrated that they have improved over the season. Outstanding second half, especially tonight.
Very much so, and I think, John, when you look at this game, when as Coach Garr and some of the players alluded to, when you really think about it, they were the team that really had nothing to lose and not all that much to really play for tonight in terms of standings. Whatever they did wasn't going to have any impact. But I think maybe that's what tells you a little bit about the heart of this team. They stepped up. They came to the opponent's floor against a team that had to win to make the playoffs, and they just played outstanding, especially in the second half.
It was a great second half. Shiloh Rowland with some foul trouble, but he came on strong in the second half. Also, a man that impressed you, Ryan Medford.
Oh, I like the way Ryan played tonight. Offensively, he had a big night, consistent all the way from the beginning of the ball game to the end, and outstanding on the boards. A couple big offensive rebounds late in the ball game.
Let's take a quick look at some of our statistics for tonight's ball game.
Okay, we've got 19 points for Jeff Otchin, led the way for the North Salem Saxons. Jeff Williams had 14. Ted Lowry contributed 5, and then we have 4 players with 2 or 3 points apiece. On the McNary side of things, Shiloh Rowland, as you indicated, John, another big night, although maybe a little bit lower production in terms of Shiloh standards. He only had 14 only. We had 17 points for Ryan Medford to lead the way. Brian Zielinski contributed 12 big points, and that was important for the win tonight.
Final comments on tonight's ball game.
Well, a real team effort on the part of McNary. We could have mentioned some of the other names. Luke Hess, outstanding defense, and that kind of set the tone for the game. Zach Lind came off the bench. Cross came off the bench. Big ball games for a lot of people contributing. Off of this, McNary goes into the playoffs. They have a tough road because of the draw this year. But when you play the way you played tonight, they can go anywhere and feel confident.
Disappointing loss, on the other hand, for the North Salem Vikings, and as we understand, they are out of the playoffs.
Yeah, they are. I guess the bright spot, if you will, John, is it's a young team. Not a whole bunch was expected from them this year. They've got 2 fine prospects at the point guard, both only sophomores. Williams will be back next year as a junior. You know, when you really look at this team, most of that starting group, as well as the first line of substitutes, will all be back next year.
Once again, the McNary Celtics coming out on top tonight. Our final score, McNary 62, North Salem 42. McNary moving on to the playoffs. The North Salem Vikings, the end of the road for the Vikings this year, but they did have a good season, probably a better season than most people expected. This is our final telecast for the season. We'd like to thank a few people before we close. First of all, again, thanks to all the athletic directors and basketball coaches for the Salem Kaiser School District. Thanks to our CCTV crew, another great job. Our director tonight was Ken Hook. Thanks to our sponsor, Papa John's Pizza, for all their support during the year. And also thanks to all of the folks who joined me, Harv Shibothi, Janine Gann, Jeff Sugarman, and also Harry Pease for providing our color commentary for basketball this year on CCTV. Once again, our final game, our final score, McNary 62, North Salem 42. I'm John Piper on behalf of our entire CCTV sports crew. Say goodnight from North Salem High School.